Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to discuss about one of the topics in purposive communication class, which is about business letters. So what is the importance of understanding this topic? The need of understanding business letters under purposive communication is that you're going to belong with a certain organization, and most of productivity in terms of organization is that, everything should be recorded and everything should have some evidences. So the importance of that is those evidences are recorded through business letters. So, a letter of request, a letter of complaint, a letter of report, like that. So those are examples of business letters. So let us define first what we mean by business letters. So what is business letter? Business letter is basically a formal written communication used to convey information between an organization or an individual from the organization, or an organization going to another organization, or you belonging the organization itself, for the sake of documentation, for the sake of, evidences that would easy help transaction from one person to another. So, that we are working in a professional field. So therefore, all the letters should be documented through a formal written work. All right. So let's proceed. So what are the essential characteristics of a business letter? As we go on and move on, we're going to discuss about the different parts of the business letter. But for now, we're going to talk only about the essential characteristics of business letter. So the first thing that you need to look into as one of the characteristic of a business letter is it should be clear. So it should have clarity. So it should be clear and easy to understand. So try to avoid jargons, especially what do you mean by jargons? Jargons are a language specifically to a certain field. So a jargon is only utilized when you have the same field and you understand each other because you belong to a certain field, and you try to use technical terms. So the way on how to be clear with, especially with when you're talking to someone that has no idea of what you're talking about, you need to avoid jargons or technical terms. You need to use simple words that you can easily understand, and at the same time others will easily understand that one when it is written in a letter. So that is being clarity. So you need to be clear. You need to use simple words, easy to understand. So avoid technical terms so that, you don't need to explain that anymore. So the word itself speaks itself. All right. Another one is conciseness. Conciseness means, in a simple term, this is short. So short and at the same time meaningful. So you need to avoid information that is not necessary to the letter itself. So you need to avoid unnecessary details, because unnecessary details means that more of it makes the letter lengthy, but it doesn't coincide and it's not specific with what you wanted to talk or what you wanted to address. So, and also the purpose of the letter. So you need to be concise. It needs to be short, and only the necessary information is needed in the letter itself or in the document itself. So again, avoid unnecessary details. Next one is accuracy. Accuracy is about what? This is about creating a letter that is accurate, correct, precise information, so that you will avoid misunderstanding. So when you try to look at the information, it needs to be factual. It needs to be specific with the correct information and with a precise information, so that it's not confusing for the readers, and it's not confusing also for looking at the instructions or whatsoever. So you need to be accurate when you try to write a business letter. And also at the same time, when you're accurate, um, you know, um, accuracy means you're trying to build trust within the letter itself. So from the sender to the receiver. So at the same time, it looks with the productivity. So if it's accurate, it's easy for you to have a smooth transition of communication, because the information is factual. Next one is objectivity. Objectivity is about what? You don't use biased words and biased information, so you tend to become objective. You try to only put the truth, try to be neutral. So you just focus on the facts, but not on your opinion, not on your emotion. So try to look into the objectivity in a way that you're not sound complaining, but you sound objective in a way that you put information into your letter that are evidence based or factual based. So that is what you mean by objectivity. All right. Next one is, of course, another characteristic of business letter is the format itself. So you need to use structured format because every organization have their own format, especially with the header. So you need to look into what specific format does the organization trying to use so that it's easy for you to craft the letter, put the headings, or are they into putting bullet points or number list to enhance the readability and the conciseness of the letter and focusing on what is needed only in the letter. So try to look at the structured format on what is being utilized and what is just needed so that you avoid misunderstanding and at the same time you follow protocols. All right. So those are the essential characteristics of business letters that you need to follow once you are writing already your business letter. All right. I guess that would be all, everyone. Have a nice day, and I hope you learned something about the essential characteristics of business letters.